Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another fake Grand Order video. And as you can hear in my voice, recovering from a sickness. Should hopefully be better in a couple more days. I'll probably be back to making regular videos in a couple more days. But I have no time to waste on this one because it's the end of the month. Which means it's time to talk about what events are coming to the game in October. That's right, September is ending. And starting one of the greatest months on the calendar year, October. One of my personal favorite months, anyway. And because it's one of my personal favorite months, thankfully the game has decided to make it actually very easy to talk about what's likely happening in October. So that's going to be today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to apologize ahead of time if I maybe missed something or if my voice is just too off-putting for you to hear. I have to talk about this. I have no choice. If I don't do it, I'll feel like I have failed in some kind of capacity, but don't worry about it. We'll get through it. Plus, I've missed making videos anyway, so it lets me do it. Okay, so to begin with, how do I know what's going to be coming in October? Am I some kind of all-seeing wizard? Yes, but besides that, it's because our version is 2 years behind on the JP version of the game. Which means that we're able to take a look at it when the time comes, but all things are not usually one-to-one. As you can see here, their October started with Ordeal Campaign Part 3, and as we take a quick look to see what's going on in ours is Pilgrimage Festival Part 5, which they didn't get until October 11th, and even then, they also had 3,000 day anniversary in October. Ours was not in October, so it begs the question, what's going on here? Next in line to be starting this would be Grail Front 4 pre-release campaign, but I just want to talk about how a little bit odd it's going to be. So we already know that the Grail Front will take place in the mid-October, and Grail Front is the main event for this one. So mid-October sounds like to me like it would be sometime around the 15th, but I don't know when they would pick it. There's obviously 31 days in October, so the midpoint would be somewhere between that point or 16th. And the way that they did it in JP is that there was a week ahead, so maybe we'll get the Grail Front sometime in the second week, maybe next week at some point. We'll see. Things are always fluctuating with that, but let's talk about Grail Front pre-release campaign, which is the first thing that should be coming in October, unless there's some surprises, which will happen on NA. And I'll talk about that a little bit closer to the end of the video. But Grail Front pre-release campaign, very easy. It's to get you hyped up for the Grail Front that's going to be coming. There'll be a login bonus that will feature a silver apple, a golden apple, 3 sync quartz, 3 silver foe above HP and attack, 2 million QP, and 3 sync quartz. Some missions, which is just doing a bunch of like stuff in Arc 1 and Arc 2 Lost Belts, Lost Belt 1. And they'll be auto-completed if you've already cleared Lost Belt 1. And then some other campaigns, as you can see here, is a bunch of stuff related to that, which is 0 AP for all main story quests from Arc 1 until Arc 2, Lost Belt 1. Arc 1.5 and main interludes are not included. This campaign will override the 1/4 AP from the Ordeal Campaign Part 3. Ember Gathering Daily Quest and Training Field Daily Quest open all day for limited time, extended duration. The following event-related servants will get their strengthening quest 1/2 AP, which is Urale, Neza, and Asterios. And then similar to that, their interludes will also be half, and those will be the same 3 units except for now Penicilia. My god, trying to say these names that I can barely pronounce when I'm not sick is going to be a fucking task and a half for me. And then finally, event-related servants FP is ×2, which is all the units I mentioned beforehand, but including Taigong Wang, Huang Fei Hu, and Koyanskaya of Darkness. And the event servant list are all these. These will have damage and bond point bonus for the Grail Front coming up, so that's also nice to have. Okay, and there will be a live stream, so that's the basic thing for the pre-release campaign, just to get you ready for it. Nothing too crazy, but now we can actually talk about what is going to be the Grail Front, which if you don't know what Grail Fronts are, they're kind of like, what's the best way of saying a Grail map? They're kind of just like you take on specific maps and you try and get it done with single servants a whole bunch. It's a very, like, controversial is not the right word, but you either love the Grail Fronts, which I personally do because it allows me to use a lot of units, or you hate the Grail Fronts. I've never seen someone go, okay, I'm neutral on the Grail Fronts. It really is, you either really like the Grail Fronts and the specific strategies that they offer here, or you just absolutely hate them because they're so different from the regular way you play FGO and stuff. And in this one, they will feature inside of it a brand new servant, which of course is Telemios, or Telemios, I forget which way specifically to say it. I remembered I was looking it up before I got sick to make sure to do the, you know, the secret, like, man speaks in perfect Chinese to completely throw off everyone, even though Telemios is not Chinese. Don't worry about it, I'm not that sick. I'm just saying I would have liked to have known how to pronounce his name, but then I forgot somewhere in between my sickness. I just remembered the P is silent. He'll also be there with Sugatanis and Jubo and Penth. And yeah, this is definitely a big banner that a lot of people have been waiting for and saving up for. I plan to do a summon video. I think I have at least 3 Saint Quartz ready to go for them. I probably have a little bit more than that if I wanted to go heavier, but my end of the year luck has not been the greatest, so I'm at least going 3. I definitely would like them a whole bunch, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think I'm understanding that a lot of my luck came at the beginning of the year, and now near the end of the year, it's cooled down a little bit, which is perfectly fine because that beginning of the year luck was insane. And if you're, I'll obviously go more into the unit as the event comes closer to release, and also I'm less sick, so you don't have to hear it. But the main thing you need to know is that he kind of works similar to how Melusane works, where he has 2 NPs, as you can see here. He has 2 different forms, old man version and also the young man version. Very cool type of units. I think every single time they've done one of these type of units that they switch between a single target and an AoE, I've always liked them. I think they're really cool. And yeah, I can't wait to talk about them a little bit more. The other units in the summoning campaigns are going to be Taigong Wong, Theseus, and Neza. Theseus is also obviously going to be a new unit. It's funny that he's not going to be limited, so you don't have to worry about, like, oh man, am I going to have to summon on this banner? No, he'll always be in it. It's just funny that he appeared here. And then there's another banner that features Iskandar, Waver, Theseus, and Sugatanis and Jubo as well. So that's what the Grail Front is going to be looking like. I can't wait for it. I really enjoy playing a lot of the Grail Fronts. I don't know if this Grail Front has a specific, like, mechanic to it, usually because I like to keep tabs on JP, but I don't actually play on JP. There has been a part of me that has been debating on it, but for my own money's sake, I'll prefer to stay in NA, unless there's ever a time in my life where I'm making enough money where I can justify playing FGO as it's airing live. But for now, I'm perfectly content waiting 2 years and being like, well, how does this event work? And then going like, oh, I see, this is how it's like. I can wait the 2 years, it's no problem. But I'm excited to try it out. Like I said, the Grail Front is usually hit or miss for a lot of people, but for me, it's usually a hit. And I like the way it kind of plays differently from a lot of other FGO type events, but I can also see how some people would be kind of annoyed with how different it is. But that's the Grail Front. That's going to be our main event. There's likely going to be... The thing I'm going to assume here is that Ordeal Campaign Part 4 will be moved up to near... If this is going to be mid-October, I would assume this could possibly be somewhere near end of October to the start of November, one of those. So for that very reason, I will at least take a look and say, here's the things in it. But give a very broad way. Similar to the other Ordeal Call parts, like 3, 2, and 1. It has new missions related to Final Ascension. It has new missions related to Bond Level 6. It can give you Stargazer's Teapot and new missions for doing the Bleached Earth. More missions related to doing stuff in the story. More things to doing, more campaigns related to just, hey, do Bleached Earth stuff and doing all that. More Spiriton Stones if you're still not caught on the story. The basic stuff. And then when we go to summoning campaigns... This is the big one. This is the return of Arjuna Altar, Jinako, Lakshimba, Asclepius, that's not how you say his name, that's how I like saying his name, and William Tell. The big one here is obviously Arjuna Altar. He's the elephant in the room. Address me, we will right now. Arjuna Altar is an insanely powerful unit. Worth having, worth at least debating whether or not you're going to be going for him. I'm thankful to be already having a single copy. And I'm happy with the 1 copy I have. I don't have a reason to get more copies. And yeah, worth keeping in your mind if you're someone who's interested in Buster, interested in Arjuna Alter, interested in having a pure fucking atomic bomb as a unit. Arjuna Alter's coming up pretty soon. And that's likely the last thing that could potentially happen in October. That's assuming I don't know if NA introduces like something special. One thing I've always really wanted them to do for NA is similar to Thanksgiving, where November has, for us, a special event in November. Which JP does not get, which is kind of related to the Thanksgiving thing, like Thanksgiving specials. I would love it if we started doing Halloween specials, like Halloween special banner type things, especially with more units being introduced, with more units being like, hey, maybe if you're potentially going for them for the grand system and you'd like more chances for them, I think it'd be a cool way to kind of celebrate Halloween, because Japan kind of celebrates Halloween, but not in the way that we do and how much we appreciate it. And I've always understood that as a cultural difference of me going, I understand, and I don't expect them to change up for themselves. But for our version of the game, I think it'd be cool if we started introducing some kind of cool thing. Like, if we can have the Advent calendar in December, the Thanksgiving special in November, I say that there's room in our hearts for some kind of little Halloween treat. Is it asking too much? I don't think it is. Honestly, I really don't think it is. Advent calendar is really awesome. I love this Thanksgiving thing. I wish there was some way to just say, like, hey, especially because this year, if you don't know this, Bartolomeo's is technically the Halloween event for this year. And I know you're asking, how? The reason is that aren't these characters dressed up? I think that's the main... Oh man, the cough came out because I'm dying laughing at this stupid idea. But like, yeah, this is technically our Halloween. This is totally our Halloween thing. And I love Bartolomeo's and everything around him, but isn't it silly that... I'm trying to find the fucking free quest thing, but there might not be one for this one. But anyway, I wish there was a way for us to always be able to celebrate Halloween similar to how we do Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I think that would be my advice here. Maybe it's the sickness talking that says I need to get this out there, or maybe it's on me realizing I think the video is 12 minutes long and I can't make it go longer. But that's my kind of thing of like, if I were to add something in October, especially because it's like really funky. But to be fair, the reason it's funky, and I can end the video talking about this, is because this is around the time where we're going to have to soup around and get things back in order. So as you can see here, Guda Guda Super Gardiokaku. This happened for them late November, and I believe for us... Yeah, for us, it's also going to happen late November. So I think after that, we'll be able to snap back in place. So it's very weird. The start of our year has to go quickly in order to get things in time for anniversary. And then later into the year, it's kind of trying to slow us down enough so that we end exactly the way JP did. And then once the first of the month hits, it's the speed up again. So that we can speed up to anniversary and then kind of slow our way back down near the end of it. So I can see the things kind of going from there. And if you're looking in terms of what future things to summon for, Melusane is coming up. The brand new Guda Guda units related to him. By the way, I can't wait to summon for Guda Guda in 2 years' time. Kondo, you already know I got my boy going down. He may not look like a gorilla, but he's got the gorilla spirit. He's got Hijikata. They gave Hijikata the... Shinsengumi clothes. I'm already there, but for right now we have to deal with the current Guda Guda, which I'm excited to do just to see what's going on in it. But yeah, I can't wait for 2 years from now. But anyway, that's off point. And yeah, there's going to be more surprises in November, because as of the video that I'll probably do later when I ask my brother, hey, do you want to take another guess at this? We'll have to figure out what units could potentially be on Thanksgiving banner, because nobody knows. It's always going to be a random guess as to what could be included, and nobody knows, and that's kind of the fun of it. But I think I've talked on long enough. Thank you very much, everyone. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, feel free, once again, if you want to show support to the video, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you're looking forward to in October. I'm looking forward to a lot. I love October. I always do 13 nights of Halloween, and I plan to do it again this year. Maybe I'll do a little bit more streamings on YouTube to play a couple more horror games. I have to still call up a lot of my dudes to be like, hey, so, you down for this again? Most of them always say yes, but it's always good for me to be like, hey, let's start the scheduling now. Like, I have to go schedule D-Free at some point because that man has a full-time job in YouTube and then also has a family, and I have to call him away to be like, no, play this horror game for me for a bit. You know, always a fun time. Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to get over this goddamn sickness as well. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll be back with more videos relatively soon. Until then, I wish all the best. Stay hydrated, get your liquids in, and I want to thank everyone who left a message on the my video post, because it really did make me sad that I had to put that in there. I never like taking breaks for anything. Maybe it's a toxic trait of mine, but everyone's saying like, no, please understand. We'll be waiting. We'll be here for the return of it. Felt very nice, especially because YouTube is such a grinding fortress of the soul, where if you stop for anything, it basically hurts you. And sometimes you can get lost in the idea of like, well, I have to keep going, but eventually you get tired out yourself. So it was very nice to read everyone saying, please stay hydrated, get your stuff in, and we will be waiting for when you come back. I thank you guys very much, and I will go back. Well, unfortunately, I have to go get ready for work because there's no rest for the wicked. But I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. Till next time, peace out, goodbye, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.